My name is Tom Murray. I'm the Director of Technology and Cyber Education in the Quakertown Community School District, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, about an hour north of Philadelphia. Some advice that I would have for a first-time Twitter user is it's really important to show who you are. So people sign up and they get this little egghead of a picture and they don't put a bio in. So in terms of interaction, I'm not going to follow or interact with somebody that I don't see a picture and I don't know who they are, because I don't know who they are. But if I see a picture representative of themselves, I see a bio that says I'm a guidance counselor, I'm a high school principal, here's where I live, it starts to bring it to life. So the more that person brings their own account to life, the easier it's going to be to connect. So one piece I have is absolutely fill out the bio, take a nice picture, have it there available. It shows who you are. People are going to connect with that. They're not skeptical of some random account that's out there. Second, I would take a good look at hashtags. A good friend of mine by the name of Jerry Blumengarten, you can look him up online, known as Cybrary Man. Check out Cybrary Man's page on hashtags, because he's going to show all the variety of hashtags that are out there. So when you start looking at hashtags, you can start to see people with common interests and common themes. For instance, one that I use quite often is a chat, which I'll talk about in a minute, called ed.tech chat. So people around the world are now tagging things with ed.tech chat that have a common interest in ed.tech. So as I do that, I'm able to connect with people, organizations that have a similar interest. So I begin to follow those people. As I'm following those people and they're posting really good things that I'm now interested in, what it's doing is it's bringing resources to me. No longer am I going to Google look for resources. I open up my Twitter feed and the resources are coming to me. So if I'm an educator, I can use a chat such as EdChat, one of the largest ones out there, the first one that was out there. And I can take a look on the weekly themes that they have. One week they might be talking about the value of homework. Another week it might be faculty meetings and making faculty meetings effective. As an educator, that's going to be very relevant for me. But what it does is it allows me to begin to form relationships with other educators talking about the exact same thing that I am. So it's no longer about our little school. It's now blown up on a national and international level where people are sharing, how do we do this well? How do we do this right? How do we do this differently? If it's just me and a few people in my home district, I have a very limited scope. But when I'm able to connect with people across the nation sharing really good ideas, it enriches the conversation when I am back in my own little group. Another chat I'd love to throw out there would be ed.tech chat. As one of the founders of that, each week, Mondays from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we talk about educational technology. One week we might talk about Google Apps for Education. Following week we might talk about bring your own device. Another week it might be one-to-one. Another week it might be writing and collaborating, as we would like to call it, and resources for something along that. So an ed.tech chat is an example of it's educational technology focused. So you'll see a variety of chats out there that are pretty general, and they'll have a variety of different topics related to education. You'll see some that are specific to states. Iowa Ed Chat, IA Ed Chat is an example of a statewide chat where teachers in Iowa might get involved. Doesn't mean other people can't take part, but that's one. Or something like EdTech Chat that's going to be EdTech related. In an example of EdTech Chat, we'll get 300, 400, 500 educators in a given week sharing resources, sharing ideas, connecting on what we're doing. And what does that do? It helps us connect so that we can ultimately be better for our kids. Alone, we're isolated. Connected, we're better for kids.